What's up, everybody? What are we on? Part 9 now? Wow, it's been crazy. It's so crazy how I said I was gonna start this out and I didn't realize I would make it to this part 9. So, like I said, I've been in contact with so many people saying that, they love my videos and all this good stuff. So, I'm gonna keep doing what people want me to do, and I enjoy doing it. So, why not? I love expressing myself to you guys, and it helps kill time, and it helps, maybe you think the same way I do, or maybe you have something that's completely opposite of mine, but still it's nice to see where people are coming from with whatever they're dealing with. So yeah, so thanks for tuning in once again, and let's get started. uh we're on question 121. Have you ever helped someone across the road? Yes, I have. I've done that for my little sister growing up. But in terms of like an elderly person that I didn't know, I don't believe I've ever done that. I've always thought that to be like super cliche. But I can't put my finger on that I actually have helped someone across the road other than family members and friends. But in terms of like a random stranger on the street, I have never done that. Not that I recall. Question 121. What is legal that you think should be illegal? What is legal that you think should be illegal? Might get some comments on this, but what's legal that I think should be illegal? Smoking cigarettes. Here, I put it to you this way. If we, not in all states, obviously you cannot smoke weed in all states. If weed is illegal, cigarettes should. Because if I were to choose the lesser of two evils, I'm picking weed. But I think cigarettes over time do more damage to people. I mean, cigarettes. I mean, heck, it says on the box or whatever. It's a leading cause of just cancer, emphysema, lung cancer, things of that nature. And if you think about it, when you're smoking cigarettes, whatever you decide to smoke, not judging, you're putting so many toxins and poisons, and if you read the ingredients that go into that, aside from nicotine, that's whatever. That's just to get you addicted to it. But the other stuff that they put inside that, it's like, why would you want to put that in your body? Like, me personally, I treat my body like a temple. I work out, I eat good, I don't drink, I don't smoke. It's whatever. But to the people who do smoke overly too much, it's just like, ooh, buddy, I want to slow it down. But if I would just say, if I wanted to make something illegal, what is legal that I think should be illegal, I would say cigarettes. Because I've seen cigarettes just, it hurts my soul. Like, I'm an asthmatic and I can't imagine myself smoking. So it's just like, my buddy, dude, don't do that. Ugh. That type of deal. But like I said, no judgment on people who do smoke cigarettes. That's just personally me. The poisons that you put in your body, I don't understand it. But at the same time, do what you do. Just be safe. Cut your stuff down, whatever you got to do. But I would say, what is legal, what you think should be illegal? Cigarettes. Cigarettes kill more people than weed does. And yet we're not doing anything about it. you know? Question 123. Would you rather own a private jet or a luxury yacht? I'd rather have a private jet. One, because if I have a private jet, I'm more of a flyer than being on a cruise ship. And I'd say with a private jet, it would be a lot more, how do I say? It'd be a lot more practical. Like with a luxury yacht would be fun. I've seen a lot of yachts before, like I've seen some very good looking boats, like some yachts. If you go to Chicago and you go to the Navy Pier and by the water, you'll see people who have their boats out. And sometimes there'll be these yachts there that you can pay to sail for a day or whatever the case is, just to kick it and have fun. But for me, I'd rather have a private jet because like I can get anywhere instantaneously almost. I feel like, if I have a private jet, I don't have to go to the airplane or an airline to go out. I'm out of here. If I want to go to Vegas for a day, let's go to Vegas for a day type deal. I can't do that with a yacht. I can only go places where there's water. With a jet, you can go anywhere, especially if there's air and you have gas in your jet, so you're good. So I am picking the private jet. 124. What's the first impression you want to give people? First impression I want to give people is just relaxation. I'm a cool, down-to-earth guy, and I love conversation. I love just talking about myself, and I like people, talking about themselves. Like, where are you from? Like, how'd you come up? Things of that nature. So I'd say probably the first impression you want to give people, that I want to give people, is how cool, calm, and relaxed I am, and also that I'm smart, I'm intelligent, I'm smart, I have well put together thoughts, and just positivity overall. I'd say just in that overarching bubble, positivity. Like, you just look at me after a conversation or two, you'd be like, oh, that's a really cool, positive guy. I like him. That's the kind of guy that's the kind of person in general you want to be around. Because who wants to be around someone who's negative all the time? That's not attractive as a friend, a relationship, family member, whatever you want to put it as. You don't want to be around someone who's negative all the time. You want to have someone who gives off good vibes, makes you feel good. And in the process of making you feel good, they're feeling good. And you're just having a good time. Question 125. Which would you rather have if you had to? A broken leg or a broken arm? I will take the broken arm. I'm a person, I love running. I love my legs. I love my long legs. I love to run. That is one of my pastimes. And on top of that, I can't run on one leg. So I would rather take the one arm. My arm will recover, it's fine. But I'd rather break my arm than break my leg because I cherish my legs. I want to run, I want to walk, jog, stuff like that. With a broken arm, I'll use my offhand. It's not a big deal. So if I had to, I'd rather take the broken arm. 126. What profession do you think is the most undervalued today? Ooh. Undervalued? I got two. Not saying this because I am one and I'm in this field, but teachers and construction workers. I feel that with teachers, it's undervalued. If you think about it, as teachers, you're preparing generations to come for what your country's going to look like, what your state's going to look like. And if you fail at that job, it's not going to look good. Like, it's not going to look good. It's like what did you produce for today's society? And you got to look at yourself in the mirror like, I taught that kid or I taught this group of people. And if they're not doing their job, it's like, oh, do I really want to claim that? I feel like there's so much pressure on teachers sometimes and them undervaluing it because at the end of the day, 7 to 8 hours of the day, the teachers are the ones taking care of the kids, when it's school time, So it's all about what they teach, how they teach it, setting examples, and how they're going about it. So I'd say undervalue teachers. And the last one I'd say is construction workers. That's a hard hustle. I have friends who are in that construction work, those hardcore blue collar jobs. I could do it, but I could do it. I'm not opposed to hard work at all. I'm no punk. I'm a guy. I don't mind getting my hands dirty, but that's a hard hustle, man. I see you got. I worked at the gas station last year. I would see some construction workers that come in and they're just drenched with sweat and sweat, dirt, hard work while they're out there working for God knows how long in this 90-degree weather we're having, you know. So that's a hard hustle, man. But if you can pull that off, salutes and kudos to you. Undervalued. Undervalued. Question 127. What is your favorite thing to put ice cream on or eat ice cream with? I don't put ice cream on anything necessarily, but there is one thing that is the most godlike dessert that you can think of. To me, it's amazing, and I figured this out on accident. Actually, not accident. I actually had a friend of mine show me. You get rainbow sherbet. Hear me out on this. You get rainbow sherbet. Preferably, you get the orange, the sherbet that's orange, lime green, and lemon. So orange, green, yellow. You get that one. Put it in a cup. And get some orange soda. It can be anything. Generic orange soda, Fanta, it doesn't matter. Sunkist, whatever you want. Get some orange soda, mix that in with that rainbow sherbet ice cream. Stir that up, or just leave it as is, and I guarantee that is so good. It is so good. I forgot what my friend actually calls it. Something dream. It's like something dream something. But oh my goodness, that is so great. I haven't had it in such a long time because of the sugar rush. It's a lot of sugar, so it hits you pretty fast. For me anyway. But it's like I said, rainbow sherbet and orange soda. Try it out. It's amazing. Straight up amazing. Had it at a party once, and I'm like, what is this? And it was great. You could either drink it, or if there's ice cream chunks still remaining, you could get a spoon and just eat it like normal ice cream, you know? So, yes, try it. Question 128. Who would you love to collaborate with, and what would you collaborate on? Collaboration? If it came to playing video games or being a YouTuber, if I ever made it huge or that big, I would absolutely love to collaborate with Corey X Kenshin. That dude is hilarious. Matter of fact, before I made this video, I was watching one of his videos right there. He plays a lot of horror games, and he's a squeaky clean guy in the sense that in his videos he doesn't curse, he doesn't use profanity, and like if he's playing a video game that curses, he'll bleep it or edit it out. He's a really good, cool, wholehearted, awesome guy, and I love his videos. I always tune in and subscribe to his channel, love his videos. If I had it my way, if I was a YouTuber, I want my channel basically like his. Just like his. With my own unique twists and turns to it. I don't want to be a copycat. But in terms of the material that he does, that's something I want to do. He's a video game channel. He watches horror movies, short horror stories, and stuff like that. He'll play some silly games, some scary games. He'll play playthroughs like on Mortal Kombat. Cool stuff like that. Stuff I'm highly into, and he just makes me laugh. So, and I love making people laugh and feel good and feel comfortable with themselves. So, if I were to collaborate with somebody, it'd be Corey X Kenshin. And if you don't know who he is, go to YouTube, type in Corey X Kenshin. He is so funny. He's squeaky clean. He's good for the kids. Cool. He's awesome. Plain and simple. Question 129. Where do you cut costs when you need to save? That's easy. My miscellaneous purchases, such as my recreational stuff. So, video games, shoes, gear like clothes, whatever. Unless it's something I absolutely need for like my job or something, that's where I cut costs. For example, me, everybody who knows me, I'm a huge shoe head. I haven't bought a pair of shoes since my birthday was the last. No, I take that back. February was the last time. The last pair of shoes I got was the day when Kobe Bryant died. That is the last pair of shoes I got. And that was in beginning of February, I want to say. Beginning of February, middle of February, something like that. But that was the last time I got a pair of shoes. Was when Kobe Bryant died. So, but I would say I cut my costs. Shoes, put that to the side. Clothes, put that to the side. Heck, today I just spent money on myself for the first time in a long time. So I ended up just getting I got some new gamer headphones so I can talk to my friends on Xbox a lot more clear because my generic ones are running a little low and they're not doing so great. So I wanted to upgrade, so I spent $65 to get some new pairs. Oh well. I think I deserve that. I work hard and I just wanted to spend something on myself for once. That's not a bill. Question 130. What was one thing you begged your parents for as a kid and they finally gave it to you? Well, I tried begging and pleading for things, and that's not how I got things. I tried to see if that would work because I saw a whole bunch of other kids doing it, so I figured if that works, I can do it. Long story short, that didn't work, and I got my butt kicked. But anyway, the one thing I did beg my parents for, I want to say I was in elementary school / middle school. I wanted this new game system. I wanted a Nintendo GameCube. Oh my goodness, I wanted a GameCube because the new Smash Brothers came out at the time. Super Smash Brothers Melee, which was the second one. We're now on 5. Smash Brothers 5 now with the Nintendo Switch. And I was begging my parents, please give me this GameCube. Well, they didn't want to spend money on this GameCube, so they got my grandma to do it. And it does say that's from us. And the first time I asked for a GameCube, I did not get a GameCube. Instead, I got the very first Xbox. And I felt like I wanted a GameCube, but I got an Xbox. I'm not going to say, where's the GameCube? No, I was like, I'll take an Xbox. Thank you. I'll never forget, my grandma's told me when she picked up that Xbox from Best Buy in Indiana, she was walking out with the Xbox. Everybody was giving her the look like, oh, whoa, she got the Xbox. She's like, I was wondering if I was going to get jumped for this thing. So, you're welcome. I'm like, thank you. But the next year, after I got that Xbox, I got a GameCube. Finally. I'm like, yes! Because I was tired of going over my friend's house, God rest his soul, Eden. I was tired of going over his house to just play his GameCube. I'm like, I want one of my own. And I finally got one on my own. I'm like, yes! So I begged for it, and I got it. That was amazing. Question 131. If you could have someone serenade you over a candlelight dinner, who would it be? Serenade me, huh? Well, this is typically what a guy does for a girl, but in this case, we'll flip-flop the roles. If I could have someone serenade me with a song, I would get Sade. To anybody who doesn't know who Sade is, she has the most calm, pleasant, beautiful, melodic voice that you will ever hear. Her name is Sade. S-A-D-E. Sade. And if you look at a picture from when she looked like back when she started to where she is now, she has not changed. She is immortal. She's like my parents' age. And like she has not aged a day. Sade, I would have her sing either This Is No Ordinary Love. I would have her sing Sweetest Taboo, or Smooth Operator is the song that she is most well known for. So once you get the chance, if you ever want to just mellow out and just melt in music, or if you just want to relax and calm down or do some schoolwork or homework or whatever you're trying to do at home and you're trying to relax, put on some Sade. Trust me, how you'll just feel like. I will warn you, do not listen to Sade while you're driving. You will fall asleep. You will fall asleep and wake up at a Tupac concert. But, yeah. A Tupac concert or a Kurt Cobain concert. If you listen to Sade while you're driving, you sleepy. Question 132. Do you think horoscopes are accurate? To a degree, yeah. But at the same time, I'm not going to say whatever this horoscope says, it's going to happen. That's what it goes. No. It's interesting, but at the same time, I think they're somewhat accurate, but at the same time, I'm not like completely reliant on what a horoscope says it's going to happen or it's not going to happen or whatever. I like, people have their own personalities and it is what it is. It happens. Whatever happens, happens, right? Let's see. Question 133. How do you describe millennials? Millennials? Full of potential, but sometimes I just look at it and just shake my head like, why? What are we doing? Like, what are we doing here, guys? Come on, like, what are we doing here, you guys? Come on. But no, I respect the millennials. They're the new generation. They're trying to come in. They're, you got your technology stuff that we didn't have, but I don't mind millennials. I mean, I teach the millennials. So, I mean, it's interesting to see their mind perspective on things compared to me and people my age and slightly older. It's like, oh, wow, you guys differ completely different than what we went through and stuff like that. So it's interesting. So that's a word I can describe them. Interesting. Full potential, interesting, and sometimes very confusing. Question 134. Have you ever ran from that you needed to face? Yeah. I would say college. After my junior year of college, my first attempt at junior year of college when I was at University of Wisconsin River Falls, I had a very, very, very difficult, rough go at it. And after that semester, I wanted to be done. At the point, I graduated with my associate's degree at Devil's Lake, Lake Region University, Lake Region State College, I'm sorry. And I figured, you know what, I'm cool with my associate's degree. I'm going to live my life. Start somewhere. And I did not want to go back to college, especially after that River Falls experience. That left a bad taste in my mouth, and I never wanted to go back. So I ran from it. I'm not going to lie. Ran from it. I went to work, and I took 2 semesters. So I took spring and summer to analyze, do I really want to go back or do I not? And I realized that I did want to go back and finish up, and that's shortly how I found Mayville. And when I found Mayville State University, I never looked back, and I made great friends, met my first girlfriend there. It's crazy. I really thought I at some point in that whole debacle while I was going through River Falls, I gave up. I didn't want to see anybody. I felt ashamed of myself, and I just wanted to run away from college. Like, as soon as you mentioned college, like, I had PTSD of that place for a little bit. And that was no way to live. So I was like, it's time to get back on that high horse, make a name for myself, and prove to myself, my family, but most importantly myself, that I can do this. And I did. And I graduated at Mayville with my bachelor's with honors. So I'm like, hey, okay. I got over that hump. We're good. And the last question of the night is, what makes you unique? What makes me unique is my never say die attitude. I love helping people. And the fact that I would say that with me, a lot of people growing up and being black in America, people look at you a little bit differently, you know, if you're not accustomed to being around African Americans. And some people give me the look like, you know, the stereotypical what to expect from someone like me. And I come in and I flip that whole thing around on them. Like, you're expecting this, but you get the total diametric opposite. And I think for a lot of people, especially living in North Dakota, for a lot of people who really haven't had a conversation with someone who's an African American, they see, you know, I'm articulate in my speech. I went to college. I graduated with honors. All the things that I don't do. I don't smoke. I don't drink. Never have. To either of them. I don't have any kids. I'm not out here messing around with every woman on the planet. I'm not out here disrespecting women, people, elderly. I don't do any of that. And I think it just takes people back like, he doesn't do any of that stuff? What? You know, I'm like the most laid back, chill, intelligent, happy-go-lucky guy, positive guy you could think of. And after you have a conversation with me, you'll realize that's what I am. And not to sound cocky or anything, but there's not anybody out there like me. You know, I take pride in what I take pride in what I stand for, who I am, who I grew up to be, who I'm still learning what to become, and things of that nature, and what I stand for. And that's great enough for me. And I wouldn't trade that for the world. I love who I am and who I'm becoming as a person. And I wouldn't trade that. I really wouldn't trade that. But yeah, that's let's see, what we're on, question 135. That was question 135, and we're done. Then next time, we'll get back to we're like almost on part 10. We're almost to hit double digits. But once that happens, I'll be sure to upload it. And like I said, you guys, I'm just doing this on my own time. It's not going to be an everyday thing. I don't want you guys being tired of me or anything crazy. But, you know, I appreciate the comments. I love the feedback and the things that you guys are leaving on my Facebook. And sometimes even on YouTube. I've gotten some comments on YouTube, actually. So, much obliged, much thank yous, blessings. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.